the latest news to your favorite tunes. We've got your back morning, night, and afternoon. Join our family, connect with your crew. Kings FM 88.5. Ready for you.
His Excellency George Weah, President of Liberia. Our board noted that His Excellency's victory as the African political leader of the year 2023 is a testament to his contributions to promoting peace, African culture and development, youth and sports development, and advancing Africa's agenda globally. It is also a recognition of his critical role in the infrastructural and socio-economic development of his country as well as his people-friendly policy. He has continued to advocate for peace and free and fair elections in the ECOWAS sub-region. And this was demonstrated by a show of statesmanship and iconic posturing by accepting electoral loss and congratulating the winner. While he arguably had options as a sitting president, he chose the path of honor, peace, and the defense of democracy. His emergence reaffirms our position that he has remained one of the continent's leading lights, as he had continued to demonstrate great faith in the African project, promoting African dignity and helping to change the negative narratives about the continent.
Before we go journalists today, we are citizens. If there is no way that our country is safe, we cannot practice in our respective professions. When we are at war, pastors will not be respected to go to church to preach. When we are at war, medical doctors will not be able to go to hospitals except on a coercion or sanitary condition. When we are at war, lawyers will not be able to go to court to practice. That's why when you see these things happening, whether you are a lawyer, whether you are working on a profession, you got to step down and protect your country so that that country will provide an avenue for you to be the kind of person that you want to be. And that's where we are now. What happened yesterday was wrong. It's still wrong, and no matter what it is wrong. We are seeing things happening in this country, and people are now seeing it as being right because their side is there. And these are things that we got to be stand up to be a patriot. You have to stand first on the side of the law, because the politicians will go away, the regime will pass away, but your country will stay. The law will stay. Your patriotism vow will continue to stay on. And these are things that we got to stand up for. It doesn't matter how people feel, what kind of side you want to be on. We just got to speak to the truth, and that is very much important.
I see in the next few months a noisy country, a very noisy country, rowdy country, a heavily divided country, a very tough economy, a sense of elitism by those who are coming at the hem of authority. The coming in of the Unity Party is going to multiply the economic woes, the economic conundrum, the economic quagmire, the suffering of the Liberian people is going to multiply. We are not prophets of doom, but the reality will come.
See, let me perorate and meticulously verbose, vocalize, and elicute from my hypothalamus that I want to apologize for any whammy, rammy, kakasri, and ding dong that employees have eclipsed your hippocampus. Let me say that it's quite unfortunate that a crowd brain like Scallywag, Nincompoop, and Nitwit is actually serving you. But let me assure you that I'm here to make sure there is no more quandary, bedlam, and first and foremost, let me officially introduce myself before we continue in this corero. Pregnomen, cognomen, nom diplom, rubrics, and nomenclature is Professor Titus, an academic juggernaut, apparatchik, and a Lollapalooza egghead in this habitat. And I currently am the head honcho gaffer and high mopamok of this gentle, decorous, and all-pretidinous edifice. We have to elevate, propel other Homo sapiens that are in the state of privation, impecuniosity, and see how we can get them to the crescendo and so that they can be able to, purchase things to imbibe into their binge and tom. They can be able to so I want to say that I don't want to eclipse you in a state of hukum and of pandemonium. That is why I decided to come and have a corero with you. But first and foremost, let me, as she is here right now,
this is erotic, vivacious, this is voluptuous. Who is this clamorously glamorous and felicitous Latin? Should be a zygote in that. or a tyro immaculately, a corroboration of a captivating and a charming. Oh my God, this is sonorous, salubrious, and a revitalistic resonance. Let's make this moment reactivationistic, tenacious, and agglutinating. Pardon my manners, I am not a twaddler, but a logomaniac, a sesquipedalian, a rooted Putin, benevolent and not malevolent, a prodigy, a coruscate, an enigma, a virtuoso who doesn't believe in the male chauvinism. And I reside in a collocation of the intellectual bulldozers, not mediocre. I am not into malpractice. I am only here to stir up your emotional rococo and scare away the yokos for me to fall into lustration with this voluptuous, erotic, and vivacious inamorato. Never mind, I unleash my grandiloquence and vocabularies in chain, like the organic molecules, reminding you of the movement of your slogan in the days of Alaquata Main. What? My amorousness, gregariosity, avariciousness, and cupidity has led me into the transcendental and transformation of this inoculated concupiscence, where I saw my consanguinity's advice as being vituperative, contumelous, and contumacious. Oh, what an irreparable relegation! Oh, yes. No, it reminds me of the biblical Eloi Eloi Lama Sabatani and the musical Emi Weah. Oh, could it be melodramatic? Could it be mendacious, meretricious, rather veracious? Now I'm in a limbo and quandary. What an emotional perturbation! What a petulant and venomous egoistic deflection! I thought I have found my man. Oh, now I have to kowtow in this poho. I must kowtow in this poho.
Before we could become journalists today, we are citizens. If there is no way that our country is safe, we cannot practice in our respective professions. When we are at war, pastors will not be respected to go to church to preach. When we are at war, medical doctors will not be able to go to hospitals except on a coercion or sanitary condition. When we are at war, lawyers will not be able to go to court to practice. That's why when you see these things happening, whether you are a lawyer, whether you are working a profession, you got to step down and protect your country so that that country will provide an avenue for you to be the kind of person that you want to be. And that's where we are now. What happened on yesterday was wrong. It's still wrong. And no matter what it is wrong. We are seeing things happening in this country, and people are now seeing it as being right because the Asa is there. And these are things that we got to be stand up. To be a patriot, you have to stand first on the side of the law, because the politicians will go away. The regime will pass away, but your country will stay. The law will stay. Your patriotism vow will continue to stay on. And these are things that we got to stand up for. It doesn't matter how people feel, what kind of side you want to be on. We just got to speak to the truth, and that is very much important.
His Excellency, George Weah, President of Liberia. Our board noted that His Excellency's victory as the African Political Leader of the Year 2023 is a testament to his contributions to promoting peace, African culture and development, youth and sports development, and advancing Africa's agenda globally. It is also a recognition of his critical role in the infrastructural and socio-economic development of his country, as well as his people-friendly policies. He has continued to advocate for peace and free and fair elections in the ECOWAS sub-region, and this was demonstrated by a show of statesmanship and iconic posturing by accepting electoral loss and congratulating the winner. While he arguably had options as a sitting president, he chose the path of honor, peace, and the defense of democracy. His emergence reaffirms our position that he has remained one of the continent's leading light, as he had continued to demonstrate great faith in the African project, promoting African dignity and helping to change the negative narratives about the continent.
To God Almighty, He is the creator, the God of the universe, the God who keeps watch over the good people as well as the bad people, the God who gives the bad leaders, despotic, dictatorial leaders, time, or rulers, time to repent. Otherwise than that, his wrath will befall them. That God, we are grateful. Having kept watch over us, we are in another day, another time. With the issues, we are grateful to God Almighty. Thank you all for coming on. I appreciate all of you great people. You are so great. You're so massive. You're so extraordinary. Kadiatu Kamara, Doazon, Magibi County, Ansu Fambula, Brockville, James Doka, Batnotsville, Asata Miller, Red Light, Vinicius Bar, Nuclear Town, Claude de Paul, Jean Matadi, Old Road, Mary Tule, New Georgia Estate, Wookie Davids, Arlington, Texas, USA, Peter One Day, Crown Hill Community, Harris City, Bon Mines Bridge, Elizabeth A. Thomas, Congo Town, William Wu, Liberian Civil Rights Movement, Delaware, Jacobstown, Painesville, Jennington, Bondo, Perry Street, T. Max, Zackenberg, Blair, District 18. You've been off for a while, T. Max. Henry Tito Jr., Caldwell, Matsare, Abdullah, JJY Community, Pete Patterson, Andrews. Oh, my name's Buchanan City. That's great. Stanley Blanc. There's Champlain, Minnesota, USA. Amarajala Kamara, Brussels, Belgium. Fifth Kevin Bappin, GS8 row is a GS8 row, Block A, 189, Wayne Town, Web Line. Stanley Waka from where? Your town, the town. Musa A. Sharif, New Georgia. Ibrahim Krumah, the Keke man, you are on and your Keke is loud. On Kings 88.5. Patience, Wisner, Lynch Street, Usman Saul, your business center, Mecklin, not Mecklin, but Galley Street. That's Galley Street. Joan Momalu, the same Galley Street at your business center behind the Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation. Jackson C. Ponet, Iron Factory, Block C Community, member of Block Titan Intellectual Center, alongside the chairman himself, whose birthday is on the 23rd of September, Romancio Latupan, Kenneball, or Rico for short, the chairman accords across, the melting pot chairman, the chairman for life. Good to have you on the show, Mr. Kings 88.5. Yes, Ken, and the protocol, the names are too many, but let me bring on my dear sister, very good woman indeed, very kind-hearted, very loving, and very supportive of Kings 88.5, Orita Choir from Delaware, the United States of America. Thank you all for coming on. I appreciate all of you. Otelo Ramsey Gatti, Zulu Whiskey. All right. So before we get started, it's the weekend. Weekend, you can have some what they call loose cash, meaning you have money and you just don't have priority for it. But just in case you have something on mind or somebody comes across you, you can use that money to do whatever. So it's called loose cash. Not necessarily it does not have a priority. It does have a priority, but that priority there is left open just in case anything. Say somebody can bump into you and say, oh brother, you know the situation is this and that and that. And brother will say, oh, what happened? He said, I just need you to help me with 20 United States dollars. And the brother has that money, he takes it and give it. Yeah, it can be anything, it can even be material, but the emphasis is on cash. So the weekend, you have too many loose cash all over the place. So we put ourselves in the position to receive your loose cash. Huh? It's a weekend. We need you more. So drop those loose cash and can support basket, please. Drop it. The weekend. We've got today, Friday, tomorrow, Saturday, and then Sunday. Monday with that. So those 3 days, take all the loose cash, just drop it in Kings 88.5, support basket. Let's sound like a broken record as always, the number on the screen, but we'll furnish you 0555 885 885 0555 885 885 0555 885 885. The people out of Liberia. I think somebody had a situation that raised a very legitimate point or concern with Israel this morning. Those because the time zones are different, the techno mentors are different, so they were raising concern, and Israel took note of that. Yeah, that will be because the person is finding it today, finding it difficult to send money into the basket from that side because of their system. AB will address that. Hold on. Those of you in Liberia, we honestly, you are doing well, but please step it up. 0777 017 885. 0777 017 885. Here is how you do. You store the number in your phone. If you're in Liberia, if you're out of Liberia, you store it in your phone and you attach the name King's Support Basket. About 80 to 85% of the people of the world using smartphones. So King's Support Basket. How many characters? That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. That's 18 characters or less than that. Character means the letter. So you can put it there. You just save it. When you see this phone, you can take King Support Basket and save it that way because you have enough space. So you save it, King Support Basket. So you will not have to be worrying again. Oh, we'll have to wait, let Israel call the number. Wait, I think AB will call the number. Let me be listening. I think Sam Andrews will call the number. No, you don't have to. Just store a King Support Basket. Then when you're ready to send, you go to K. You go to K. When you click on K, because the letters are there from A to Z. You click on K, it will appear. You see King Support Basket. I'm saying it so that you will not have problem all of the time. You might want to do something, and we're not on the air. We're not on the air, so you'll be able to, hey man, how will get the number? So store it in your phone that way. You people who are in Liberia, the same way, you store it. When you get Saligbe phone, the one you can call Saligbe, I hear the people saying, oh, Nanama own thing, so you can say that and do. No, I hear the people saying it. So one time I ask them, say, but what name is Saligbe? They say the bottom phone. So that Saligbe there, it can take all the characters because the capacity is small. So you just put there kings. You just put there kings, then you put basket. So you leave the support up because they support long. So when you put kings, you put basket, it will go and save in a phone. Or if it can go, if the kings and the basket can go, then you just put there KIN. Then KIN. Apostrophe S, but in no way leave the apostrophe. Just put KINS kings. Then you put B there. Put all in capital letter B. So you see, it will just appear Kings B. Then you know straight that B there for the basket because Kings, you know that a radio station. Simple. Yeah? All right. So please You have done so well. You're doing so well. And let's continue to do so well. We beg you all. Right? So let's get started. Time is of the essence. As we're talking, you can be dropping our weekend stuff. Yeah. All right, Matthew. Okay. Matthew. Yeah, I will do that. Yeah. Yes. All right. Yes. I will do that. I got that, Matthew. Chiloply. Yes. So let's get started. They say water is energy. So me drink water to get enough energy because they think I'm coming to talk. Oh God. Abraham God said, you know. Oh, it's not easy. Look, the Englishman said words. Words, the power. That's why you see at things at the 8.5, we will never insult. Because you know what insult is? Insult means you only showing your orientation. Orientation means the way you came off. So the training are in you. That's why you put in us. The thing that can hey people, it can go in the bone, the flesh, the marrow, the soul, the spirit. It makes them uncomfortable. Truth. Truth. Let me deal with the one for A easy. Abraham, God said Weah. You hold on, please. I beg you. Let's start with we're not out of Liberia today, it's the weekend. So let's start with what unfolded. Well, again, Israel explained that, and I told him that you were diplomatic. But this afternoon, when I get on in the afternoon, rather, I wouldn't be. Because we cannot be criticizing, condemning that they ought to do right. And we ourselves are treading a path that will even give the people the ground to tell us that, oh, no, come on, your people are disorganized. We are different. Every broadcast institution has its own audience. Nowhere in the world, since God created the world, you have 4.5 million people listening to only one radio station. The radio stations are diverse. The audience is diverse. That means they have different tastes. Some people like to listen to certain announcers. Some people don't like to. Some people don't like to listen to St. Andrew. Some people they don't like how St. Andrew says certain things. Some people like to listen to St. Andrew. Well, we are different. But what happened? They stay on to get the information, not necessarily the person. Secondly, every media institution is professional in its dealing, and we are grateful that AB assembled small but effective and professional media team. That is why they have had no fault against us, even though they try, but they can manufacture it because we aren't faking. We're telling the truth. We conduct ourselves right. We analyze the issues as they unfold. Internally, we know what to do. I am saying this to say what unfolded. Last night, after listening to Face the Issues with Newton, I got on the internet. When I opened the internet, I was greeted by different platforms, CDC headquarters announcement. And I said to myself, wait, let me read this thing good. I read. Then I called Israel to ask him. Israel said, no, I don't know, but call AB. Meaning, AB is very close to everything within the sector. So when it's coming, if AB is aware, it's authentic. Just like this thing about Ellen Johnson, Salif, no, she gave money, all that kind of thing. So I said, no, we'll find out from AB because he close to almost all these people within the opposition corridor and other people. So when we got through, he said he's not aware. Fortunately for us, what did Ellen say? Just a couple of hours after AB said he wasn't aware that he can't vouch that Ellen will ever do that in such a manner. Couple of hours after that conversation, Ellen came out to say that is a lie. So when I dropped the line with Israel, then I communicated with KOK, who is the head of the media arm of the committee. I said, Chief, I've read an announcement about CDC headquarters construction funds contribution. Is it from the committee? He replied me, authentic. Then I said, why did the committee not prioritize its own for airing, then sending it to online platforms and expect us to lift it from an online platform which is unprofessional and is demeaning? KOK replied me. He said, Sam, we are working on it, meaning we're trying to work out a system by which we'll be doing that. That's how I left the conversation. We are different professionally. We know, I don't know about the other people, but I know about Kings because Kings has professional people. Looking at the announcement, we know exactly how to disseminate or to explain that announcement to the people. Here is the first professional aspect. Our country, the people are more radio than newspapers. That is our culture right there. The people, that means they give in to radio. They prefer listening to the radio than reading. Radio is instant. Radio reaches tens of thousands of persons in a twinkling of an eye. I am sitting here. I am all around the world. Tens of thousands of people in Liberia listening and watching me. Everywhere in their car, at the entertainment center, and wherever they find themselves. There is something called well prepared. So in broadcast, we take our time to put it together. In broadcast, that word is called production. We take our time to put it together so that even the woman on the market table, the papa selling his kerosene, he will understand it. So beyond that, now when he say authentic and the coordinated, trying to put it together, so I say, okay, let me wait. Maybe AB has a copy, then he will send it because he's our boss. So I said, let me leave the conversation this way. Say I spoke to Israel. Israel said he's not aware. I went to KOK. I communicated with him. He said, oh, yes, that's true. In front of the committee and all the kind of thing is authentic. So I said, okay. So maybe they send our copy to the boss. So maybe AB will send it in And then we'll take it from there. Oh, yeah. Good at nothing. They expect us to lift it from a Facebook page and put it on Kings 88.5. For me, all of my training in communication over the years, it doesn't make sense. The government will not take their announcement and just put it out. They will call government stations, pro-government stations, and give it to them. We've seen it in this country. We stay seeing it. Unity Party will not take their announcement about themselves and give it to an opposition radio station to send it then pro-government and government station lift it. They will not do it. They prioritize their own. They will send it to Class Reloaded. They will send it to Punch FM. They will send it to all of the radio stations. Then the other people can lift it. But for us, complete irony. They refuse. What did KOK do? He sent it on his radio station. They were playing it, reading it. Then they sent the other one to online platforms and things. So it was not important for Kings FM. Not important. I don't know about the other opposition radio stations, but it wasn't important for Kings FM. So all that we're doing from the onset, encouraging the people, educating the people, explaining to them in a simple way, and telling them to wait. When the time comes, the committee will move out and give the information. So we had thought that they were going to say, well, look, all of our station, because we are in the opposition community now. If we can prioritize our own, if we don't prefer ourselves, who will prefer us? They say a house divided against itself cannot achieve its goal. So we had thought that they were going to firstly send the press statement to all the opposition first. And out of Liberia, go out of Liberia. The same thing the people do, they prioritize their own. And a government station, one at the other point, they will be lifting it from that opposition radio. Because it is our intellectual, it is our property. It is our construction. They should not be telling us. The first thing, KOK blunder. Whether we like it or not, we have to stop. We can't be criticizing the other people and portray it on our side like everything okay, we are angels. Certainly not. Can't do that. That Israel tried to be diplomatic, but I told him I had to stop. And thank God they put AB on that committee so they can say all kinds of things. Me and them maybe he very quiet and keep his integrity intact. Oh yeah. So when you hear us talking about any announcement, explaining anything to you that hey, you're going to KOK, yeah? Yeah. As much as we try to be professional, and we are professional, we're not stoop low. We'll not be lifting things from our own domain, from pro-government and government radio stations and bring it on. It's demeaning. It's unprofessional. We're not. So when you're 1 year about how you can make your contribution, other thing, you go to KOK, yeah, or you're listening to the other side, or you go on Facebook. Look at it. Since this morning, we've been on social media, just making rants and other things. They don't even prioritizing that thing. They don't even get time for it. Who should be amplifying or who should be talking about it more and more all of the time, bringing it in your ear like so you know what to do? Because it's a little bit technical. Not everybody can read and write. Not everybody know the process of how to make the contribution and every other thing. That's why the professional people now at Kings FM will sit down and say, oh, okay, you come. You go in a production room. You do it this way. Produce it fine. Pam. It's on the air. So, my best is sitting there tying her coat. She will understand it. She will know exactly what to do. Simple. Radio get a simple version. Call simple way, simple explanation. But if we can't prioritize each other, well, then that's it. But I think we try. We try the best we can. So that's it. We can be lifting our own thing them from other people's pages. We must go, Kings ever must go on somebody's Facebook page. Then they cut and paste that announcement and bring it to come read it. No, we can't do that. We can't do that. The fact that you can recognize us to bring a hard copy to us, you can't do it. You expect us to live it. You think that what we come in to do with a headquarter construction? You'll just be putting things out there, we go around be lifting it. A big yeah. We'll not do it. Once it comes to us formally, we'll not do it. No. When you send it to the boss, AB will send it to us. And we'll produce it, we'll get it on the air. Can be then you even go no way. You're acting that kind of way. What are you doing that? Huh? You get about 5 opposition radio stations. The first thing first, take the thing out of Liberia. In the opposition community in any country, the first thing first, they will line up the 5 opposition radio stations and send the document there. You're not paying money for it. It becomes an obligation because all of us in this fight together. So we complement each other. The communication flow should be synchronized. It should not be one person determining what he wants, how he wants it, and other people flow along. No, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work. No. AB has a professional team here, so you'll lead that team there. When you're here all talking about A, or you're not hearing it on the air, you'll go on the other side. In fact, when they bring it here, said they will pay. Got an announcement, a committee soliciting money, they will pay for it. So let's go now. Let's go to the next we've got on our plate. Amen. But listen, the police officers, city police officers, just those security people, they have to be mindful. They have to be mindful. Their character or their security is of paramount concern. Just like they say in journalism. In journalism, they tell us that no story worth the life of a journalist. What that means is you don't risk your life to get that story. When it is not possible, you have exhausted all options to get that story, but it is just not working. Don't risk your life because you need that life to report another story another day, or you could report that story that you can get today, tomorrow. So you don't risk your life. That's why they said no story worth the life of the journalist. Equally, you can say the same thing of security people. No event worth the life of a security person. You as a security person have to be discretional. In everything we do as media people, we are discretional. And our discretion goes with caution. We caution ourselves. We guide ourselves. That's why we don't take risk. I'm saying this to show you something of this security person, but the police say he's not LMP officer. They released a statement to that, but rather city police officer today. Was it today or it doesn't matter? But look at it. Watch the event. See how this guy put himself in harm's way and he was beating. Several blows went on his face. He could not retaliate. He stood there and the guy punched him as many times as he could and threw him to the ground and stepped on him while the rest of the guys look. Why would you want to take risks? You risking yourself, you regulating traffic, you showing anger, you engaging into acts that you don't have to engage into, and then the people in their offices, they enjoying you risking your life. What if they had killed this guy? You see that? You see how he's being punched by the guy? You see? Terrible. Now, what you also sense from this thing is the guys are just hateful. They have that what the Englishmen call entrenched hate for city police, Liberia National Police, because of what they've done to them in the past. So they just live with this hate in mind for officers of the Liberia National Police, city police. And couple of months, it was said, yeah, these officers, when they were doing what they were doing, they were being cautioned to be mindful because they were putting themselves in harm's way. People say, oh, the people making noise. That's what following. Anything happen, once the people know that it is a police officer or city police, they're ready to react. It tells you of the anger that the people have in heart against city police and Liberia National Police officers. And many of them are not sensitive to the hostile culture against them. They are not sensitive. They stay doing all kinds of awful things all over the place, risking their lives for those guys who are in the offices getting thousands of dollars. If any place that a police officer ought to use his discretion and be friendly with the people outside. They don't have anything to protect him. There wasn't any backup. There were not 3 or 4 or 5 to subdue the guys, only he alone. And the onlookers, the people who were standing, they decided not to rescue him. Probably they too, they are fed up with what they have seen over the time from city police and Liberia National Police. You have to be very careful. He would have died. After the guy punched him for more than 5, gave him 5, 6, 7 punches, threw him down to the ground, stepped on his neck. You can take risks. You can. It doesn't make sense. Even gladiator is subdued or can be subdued. Then one more human being with flesh. Gladiator, so iron can be subdued. Terrible. The police and city police officers have to be careful. Can't take your life or take risks with your life against those people. The public they don't want to see anything about officers of the Liberia National Police or city police. They're ready to react in a violent way, which is not right. It's wrong. But that is what has come into the culture now. And that's why the police, the authority of the Liberia National Police and the authority of the Monrovia City Corporation or City Police will have to come up with a strategy of community outreach, education, a lot more. Otherwise than that, well, it's up to them. They have to come up with some kind of program to create a good environment, citizen police cooperation or understanding or relation, as they call it. Citizen city police relation. And it goes with education. And that education is mainly for the public. And then internally, you can advise the police officers how to conduct themselves, city police officers. But the two authorities, city police and LMP, they have to come up with a strategy, because you have to protect your own. You can leave your own in harm's way. And one of the ways you do that is to educate them and educate the public. Once you can provide the right education to both the officers on the scene and the public, not everybody in favor of what the police have done. Not everybody want to harm police officer or city police officer. They are the bad guys, merely the back riders, the keke riders. They are the ones who are vexed, and they're living with that anger. So anything concerning city police officer or LMP, they're ready to react. All right, so let's go now. Let's go to the next pointer. JMB had his cabinet meeting today. The president made a report. I said made a report. That's what it seems. And in the cabinet meeting, at that cabinet meeting, the president praised his cabinet, said the ministers are doing well, progress is being made, and people just don't want to admit the country has been rescued. Everything is going well. The ministers should continue to do what they are doing, that he's 100%, even 500% satisfied with them. So he motivated them. Have a listen.
Receive insults when you even do the right thing, but that's the way it goes. Once you leave the job, they will not insult you, but not necessarily for the thing you are, but that's the human beings. That's who we are, especially the country that we're in. Reckless talking, disrespect. People are not trained, and they speak any kind of way. Some of them don't even know what they're talking about. But if you say you're not going to take that, you just leave public office. I want to thank all of you for what you're doing to improve the condition. I wish people will ever know the condition we took out of this country over with, but you're not able to tell them everything. I always say, don't cause the darkness, turn the light on. Just do what you can do. That's why I'm happy we start with prayer, with only one person who knows the truth. That's God that we serve. He knows the heart. He knows what you bring to the table. He knows the time you sacrifice, the commitment.
So Weah, they're telling his ministers, you don't get discouraged. They would say what they want to say. You guys are doing well. I am satisfied with you people's work as the president, your boss. The country has truly been rescued. They can see our handprint, footprint, nail print, eye print, footprint, all of the prints. He was excited today. Then he went on to throw jab, saying the people, and you know who he did refer to. He said the people are embarrassed because of the significant progress he has made since he came to power. So they are embarrassed by the progress. They don't want to admit, but whether they admit or not, the country has been rescued and things are happening. Have a listen to him again.
People are always embarrassed that you do what they didn't do, so you can't blame them for that.
You get it? He said people are embarrassed for what they didn't do and we are doing, meaning the shame. That's the reason they're talking all kinds of things all over the place. We're getting there. We're getting there. The main thing coming.
Embarrassed that you do what they didn't do, so you can't blame them for that. But our obligation is to the people, to serve the people of Liberia. That's why you called to do. Otherwise, you would have been doing something else somewhere. But you did it because you feel that we need to rescue this country. I'm not shying away from saying that it is a true rescue. People are always embarrassed that you do what they didn't do, so you can't blame them for that. But our obligation is to the people, to serve the people of Liberia. That's why you called to do. Otherwise, you would have been doing something else somewhere. But you did it because you feel that we need to rescue this country. I'm not, shying away from saying that it is a true rescue. People in Liberia will believe it. I see some videos. I'm not on the Facebook, but I see people. The one that moved me, this one was a lady in the rain running from one place to the other. I think it might have been people where they're connecting people with water, and she's showing how the water going. Don't worry about that. That's what you took to do, and that's what you're doing. And I saw Joe Penner. I think he was in the middle. He was in the tapeta. He said, "This is rain time. Tell me I wore my white suit and my white car, no dust." So let them say, you do your work. God will judge you. The Liberian people will know who is here to serve them. But I want to thank you all. Today, you've been listening on the radio, some of the, I don't know whether I call them soft issues. Our society has been taken over by people under whose control we are. They know how to manipulate prices. They know what to do, hitting inflation. They have their agenda to make money and at all costs. But let us remember that the people that hurt our people, they don't know. And that's why this committee is doing a very good job.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. That's it. So he said it for himself. So I'm not going to run around or they say beat around the bush figuratively. I'm not going to do that. You heard that statement? That's why I started by saying, what did Abraham Gosden Weah do to Joseph Yuma Boakai? You know, got that in the intro? Abraham Gosden Weah has upset Joseph Yuma Boakai. Radio is powerful. The Minister of Information, not the Minister of Information, but Unity Party Senator in Darius Dillon, you are bragging about Reloaded. So they're setting up 5,000 media online platforms across the country, 100 radio stations to explain the government story. And I say you can have 1 billion radio stations and 2 trillion online platforms. It would mean nothing when you don't have the people. Radio station. When you say radio station, the people you have behind the microphone. You can have 500 radio stations on Front Street, where we are. And one radio station with one announcer sitting there and talking, going deep into government closet. Everybody will turn to that one radio station that is explaining all of those things. That's how radio is. He didn't want to come, but it looks like it was all a man. He exposed himself. Before he made it realize, he said, "Oh, but the president said, please, y'all listen here. Nobody was he referring to. No radio station in this town have issues or a show called Face the Issues. Then Abraham Gosden Weah. Only Abraham Gosden Weah get it. Y'all listen. Say the girl on the radio, they say what they call face the issue. He want they say they discourage the people and doing it for money. but look at JB say try job that every you can try job or yeah, let's see.
Been listening on the radio, some of the, I don't know whether the Liberian people will know who is here to serve them. But I want to thank you all. Today, you've been listening on the radio. Thank you all. Today, you've been listening on the radio. But I want to thank you all. Today, you've been listening on the radio. Some of the, I don't know whether I call them soft issues. Our society has been taken over by
I don't know how they call themselves. He called himself. He almost AB Weah. He can criticize his people. He can criticize the other people on that side. No one is critical realistically, positively to make Liberia better. No one brings out the issue more than face the issues Abraham Godson will. They follow government officials. I told you, we are in this place. We in a terrain. We know what's up. I told you people this week that class reloaded is gradually losing steam. People are getting tired with it. You know why? Because the opposition radio bringing out 78.2 million United States dollars. Newspaper bringing out over 2 million gone missing. GSC audit report coming out with no trace of document to show how this amount of money was taken away. When the radio station hook on to the issues, they can deny. So he felt that, oh yes, the boy, yeah, he getting too much. Let me say something. Who has faced the issues? That Abraham Godson will. But he tried to play the smart, but he didn't know how to play the smart. Yeah, how you play the smart? Just say, oh, the people on radio stations, they're doing well in the country, even though some are so critical of the government. However, that's it. They were stopped short of calling any name whatsoever. He tried to do that, but he did not know how to do it. Listen again.
Been listening on the radio, some of the, I don't know what I call them, soft issues. So today, you've been listening on the radio, some of the, I don't know what I call them, soft issues. Or today, you've been listening on the radio, some of the, I don't know what I call them, soft issues.
So when you hear that expression, what it means? It means you're referencing somebody. You're referencing an institution. I don't know how they call themselves. Jeffy. Nobody. You go kind of nobody JM behind in mind and was referencing then Abraham Godson Weah. Abraham Godson Weah is the only person with the show face the issues. He said the guy on the radio. Why Abraham Godson Weah? He can criticize Spoon Talk. Spoon Talk does not have anything called face the issues. He can criticize the other people. Only one face the issues in the night. And there are 2 radio stations in the night. 2 radio stations that take over the entire country. Face the issues and Spoon Talk. The citizens are between those 2 shows in the night. How about listening to the Maggie?
Been listening on the radio, some of the...
They've been listening on the radio. It be caught the man, it be caught the man's attention. Say, but the thing here now, the white man can be talking in the night, saying all kinds of things there. Hey, man. Yeah. He said, no, but I got to say something. Yeah. When the man hear things like this, it can really go in a man's soul. Really go in GMB soul. When people then, they hearing the kind of thing.
Why will George Weah, who is tempted by Joseph Boakai, who was drowning in his Egypt land, who was dead, very red up, dirty, stink, you could find him passing around, practically dead and useless.
When they hear the kind of thing, they may say, hey, God, what happened? No, in the night, the boy take our time to listen to AB. And when they did a cut clips, they call it. They be sharing it, they be reacting. They can leave their own class reloaded People told you. The people alone know about communication. They know, and we equally know about communication. It is not title that make radio. It is the informed person you have behind the microphone. That is why in radio station, they don't just put anybody behind the microphone. Because you have to get your audience, you have to maintain your audience, you have to feed them, you have to make sure that what you're sending to them is the reality. When AB sits here in the evening, before 8 o'clock can reach, all of them getting ready, they leave all their shows. He said, he ready again. Oh. He coming to again. Oh. He ready again. Oh. So they took it to JMB. JMB did not. JMB admitted today that he does not listen. He's not on social media. He said it today. He said he on social media, but he referenced an evil panel in Maryland. McGibby, he did not even know the main place. He said Zopena went there, and Zopena car, white car, there was no mud on it. Meaning, we've done so well in the Southeast, as you can tell from the testimony of Zopena. Then he made reference to a lady. Simply put, we're doing so well that the Southeast can speak for us. Cars are going on that side. They are not stuck in the mud. You don't see mud on the car. And so we're making progress. But this progress, the people on the other side, they can't see it though. Even though they see it, but they acting like they didn't see it. That's what he said. So they will listen and go to Mr. President. Bwaka explained that today with what he said. Bwaka have never talked about people on radio stations saying they're saying that and all again. His anthem is, we build this country. Think Liberia, love Liberia, build Liberia. As Bwaka himself, since he came to power, this is the first mention of radio. And he mentioned it, he said it in a vexed manner. Meaning, this man sits on the radio and say all kinds of things about our government that we are not making progress and we are making progress. So it means they took it and carried it to him. How the president would say that he's not on social media, he don't follow any one of those things, but he's talking, he mentioned Zopena at a given place, he talked about a lady. So it means they brought it to him and said, oh, Mr. President, you need to talk with that woman. Let's put it in the address. Oh, Mr. President, there is this guy, but you don't have to call his name. He sits on the radio, call, face the issues, and he just say all kinds of things.
Been listening on the radio, some of the, I don't know what I call them, soft issues.
I don't know how they call themselves issues. JNB.
Been listening on the radio, some of the, I don't know what I call them, soft issues. Or today, you've been listening on the radio, some of the, I don't know what I call them, soft issues. Some of the, I don't know what I call them, soft issues. Some of the, I don't know what I call them, soft issues. You've been listening on the radio, some of the, I don't know what I call them, soft issues. You've been listening on the radio, some of the, I don't know what I call them, soft issues. Listening on the radio, some of the, I don't know what I call them, soft issues. Some of the, I don't know what I call them, soft issues. Listening on the radio, some of the, I don't know what I call them, soft issues. You've been listening on the radio, some of the, I don't know what I call them, soft issues. You've been listening on the radio, some of the, I don't know what I call them, soft issues. Our society has been taken over by people under whose control we are. They know how to manipulate prices. They know what to do. They know how to manipulate prices. They know what to do. So we are. They know how to manipulate prices. They know what to do. Hitting inflation. They have their agenda to make money, and at all costs to make money, and have their agenda to make money, and have their agenda to make money. They have their agenda to make money. They have their agenda to make money, and at all costs. But let us remember that the people that hurt our people, they don't know, and that's why they don't know, and hurt our people. They don't know. Let us remember that the people that hurt our people. Let us remember that the people that hurt our people. Let us remember that the people that hurt our people. Let us remember that the people that hurt our people, they don't know. And that's why this committee is doing a very good job. And some of the things the committee done, they reveal them to you. I think it would be necessary to have an idea how these people go about trying to trick us and all. They're very smart. It's not something that started.
So that's it. Who trying to trick who? That's it. That's it. The guy was very blunt, very, very blunt. Not easy, a rough. Yeah. He say they go about with reckless talking, disrespect, people who are not trained, and they speak anyway. Do you know, have you listened lately? And then coming into today, do you know that Mr. President's voice is dropping? He struggled to talk today, though using the mic or the PA system. Along the way, the voice was cracking or fading. Mr. President isn't well. No, Mr. President isn't. So that what, yeah? The man say, I don't know how they call it, say, face day. That will take us to this man.
You must not live in the same place. And I just say myself because I don't want to use myself as an example. So how do you know that I mean? Or, okay, if I'm giving something to people and put camera behind me, then most of them are going to be very small, so to put big camera behind them to show that they're doing good. Do you know what we pass through, what we do? Talking about me? Or because without broadcasting, what is the definition of the official being lazy? Or selfish? What kind of scientific survey you've done? Or sometimes you say that I'm going to be heard. So you just throw disrespect at public officials, just hear all what the players say, things against them, never put to know you around. And this has become a constant habit of the former president of the Liberia Council of Churches, Reverend Kotobu. You just throw walls at them. So with later, you're going to be strong. How many areas in Liberia have you extended our church with on view since you did it? But that's strength. When you go all around the country, you see a Baptist church somewhere, you see a Methodist church somewhere. Where else do I go to see new water in the desert church beside your area? That's where your strength is supposed to be. That's where you're supposed to prove that you're strong. Same week, they say, and you strong. You're not selfish. So I get in your church, nobody can pay offering and tithe. But every time they go to church, you get them free money, free. You don't take no offering from them. That same Bible you have behind to be throwing walls at people says, before you tell me to remove the Lord from my eyes, I will look at yourself and remove yours first. Pay attention to winning souls for Christ. Or lead a church where you be a politician, if that's what you want. There are constant attacks. There are issues that you can talk about as a church, you are true. Nobody stops you from doing that. We know that there are some bad things taking place in society that you can talk about. The church can talk about that. But you're attacking individuals. Local government officials are mean, selfish, and lazy. Why you form that reckless statement? You have to stop. Or put the church camera down, join the politics. Let's see you as a politician, then we treat you as one. Don't force us. Because we are Christian, like I said, we are Arab Christian or Muslim, and we are mindful. The scripture says, touch not my anointed, do my prophet no harm. The prophet too will not be doing people harm. So you want me doing harm to people lead that church, but they come as a politician? Guys, a normal thing. People are being politicians, yeah. The current president of the Council of Churches, for example, ran in one election about presidential candidate. It's not a crime. But find your spot to come there. Don't hide behind the pulpit and be attacking people. I will not say more than that, but I know you will come again. Then me too will come.
I will not say more than that. I know you will come again, meaning we're waiting for you. Always attacking the government. You want to be politician, leave the pulpit and engage in politics. New Water in the Desert Church is the congregation of Bishop Cotto Brown. Why this is not a spiritual issue, it's political, but we can spiritualize momentarily. It is not the structure, Mr. Minister, you got it wrong. Bishop Cotto Brown don't have to have churches all over the place. God did not say have churches all over the place. Paul did not have churches all over the place. In fact, Paul never established a single church. He never. Paul never. Jesus never established a single church. But they won souls unto Christ. And that's what it is. The Baptist church, no disrespect, the Baptist church you're referencing. Nobody wins souls unto Christ. I can vouch for that. And even God can give a positive appraisal to the Pentecostal sector. I can understand you are a Catholic, you don't know that. Not only are you a Catholic, but you are a society man. So spiritual things, you don't really know about it. That is why you were referred to, you will say the way you responded as much as it is your right as government minister, but going down to say what the church you are established since 19, New Water in the Desert Church. Yes. God did not call most of the people that establishing churches all over the place. It's not a guarantee. God in heaven did not say set up structures all over. He said, wherever you go, preach the kingdom of God is at hand. That's all. That's what he said. You PR, you are staying in from God. You will not be on earth forever and ever. He will ask you, what did you do to as a Christian? You will not say you're a government spokesman, you're a government minister. Everybody going to give account on religious ground, not on political ground. So the man, Bishop Cotto Brown, don't need to have structures all over the place. It's not the structure, it's the impact. And that impact is come with what in biblical terms they call efficacy, meaning it is the Holy Spirit that does the work on behalf of the person who is in service unto God. That is why God named the book Acts of the Apostles, meaning the work of the apostles. What were they doing? They were winning souls unto Christ. They were witnessing. They were doing all of those things. They were not setting up structures all over the place. Wrong concept. You minister, but you're not biblically inclined. So we can understand from whence you spoke. You who stood on that pulpit to talk, or that podium politically, you are the church. Bishop Cotto Brown don't need that what you know about church, so much so that the other people bragging, building structures, or you can build 10, 15, 40 million churches all around. Once you're not in the will of God. God did not say build structures all over the place. Yeah, chief. So Cotto Brown don't need to have churches all over. Cotto Brown only needs to do what God said he should do. And this is one of the responsibilities within the TOR given to Cotto Brown, as he was called by God, to speak, to have a say nationally. When people were running all around here, why did you run from here and go sit down in America? You, information minister. And because there were crises, you know that crisis does not discriminate. When something happen now, Cotton Brown should say that government, your alleviate, they will protect you, they will do this, they will do that. He has to guide his people. Every political decision affects everybody positively or negatively. A pastor ought to talk. If the pastor cannot talk as things affect the people, when will he? Must he be in front of God and say, sorry, I didn't have the time, or I was afraid that government officials will blast me? And that is the reason why most of the pastors in this country, they mute themselves, fearing that if they talk, government officials will come and blast them and say all manner of things against them and threaten them, warn them. They feel comfortable when you're praising them. I bet you if Bishop Cotton Brown was lambasting the CDC government as a failed government, as this and that, and praising Boaga government, they were stood on that pulpit and referred to him as a great man of God. Oh, yes. If you are a pastor and you refuse to talk, or you are afraid, may I say to you, what's the word for it? You renounce your faith. You gave up on Christ. In a setting, God put the church on earth to deal with the issues of the day, to advise, to critique. And if the church cannot do it, or if the pastor cannot do it, what would the pastor tell God? And you can say, your code Romans 13, say, oh, the government is on its shoulder. I mean, well, you say, God say, you must submit to governing authority. Misconception you can give to that thing. It means no submitting to no government. That is a lie. You go to the history. Cotton Brown, I stand with you here, and every other man of God that speak out. Come on. The man don't need to establish churches all over the place. He don't need to brag about churches. That's why you know some people just say that, oh, I build 3 churches in this place, and I'm building the 3rd one, and after that finish, I'm going to build the 4th one. As if church is a property. You can build all of those structures, but if you did nothing concerning what you ought to do that ought to go ahead of you, I mean nothing. So, Chief, I can understand you're a government man, you're a Catholic man, you're a society man. You don't know anything biblical. So you just spoke from a political standpoint. You thought you can't threaten the bishop. You can't threaten Bishop Cotton Brown. You can't. Cotton Brown is not a threat of you, Chief. It's not a threat. That's not that thing you did to Edwin Snow. You put fear in Edwin Snow. He went silent. Now Cotton Brown, as we're discussing in the newsroom, the entire team in the newsroom were discussing Cotton Brown issue giver. Then our director of news, he says, sir, I know I'm sure that the bishop will react because a weekend press conference, it is the normal. I say, yeah. Watch it, Cotton Brown will react this weekend. He will call a news conference. Got to be very careful. What's that? You think if you're government minister, nobody should criticize the government. Nobody should express their opinion. Nobody should say anything. Everybody should just praising the government, fall to the government feet. Come on, you want hypocrisy? People, you should be honest that people criticizing your government. Criticism is not insult. It's not condemnation. It's an express opinion. Just as you people will express your opinion, you'll get at that Ministry of Information, you'll say all manner of things against other people. You'll insult them. You'll go in a way unethical, not representative of you as information minister, your deputy, all of you people over there. You will not consider it as wrong, as unethical. Some of the approaches or the words that you use against people over there. You think it is your right to get on the pulpit and say, on the at that Ministry of Information store and say all manner of things against people? You think you are law and gospel? You think this country is unity party country? You think this country belongs to only one person or one political party? That's why you people often say that CDC will never come out to power. You think you have taken it onto yourself as your personal property? You say all manner of things against you. Who clean here? Who clean? You lambasting the bishop. You say that on that pulpit, Kula Fofana is far better than you in terms of disseminating information. Every little thing. You said you were not going, the information ministry was not going to be a reaction information ministry. That's what you said. You on record, we listen to you when you had your first press conference after your confirmation by the Senate. We followed that press conference to the letter from start to finish. Chief, you said it was now going to be the usual. You people are going to break away from the past. It's going to be completely different. Yeah, there's no different. You jump in the same past. What kind of information ministry? Everything they're just looking for something about opposition person or somebody not praising Bwaka. You being honest with your opinion. They get ready to curse you. That information ministry there, they sending your people criticizing people and CDC government. You say, oh, the information ministry and CDC government was this, was that. Yeah. You're tend to reactionary. The same words that they use, you're in a reactionary ministry of information. Just look for something, you hang on it and you start cursing. Okay, so let's go this way then. Okay. All right, I will. Jean-Marc Boros said it on the show the other day that this liar man follows him, and I now believe it. Oh yeah. Oh, but the people follow AB in Bwaga and listen to AB couple of times. Oh, you didn't. They both don't listen to their own people. They both listen to the other people who are critical of them. He didn't want to let Bwaga to come up. He said they call this issue. If they're bad way, you can do it for body. That's the concept. That's the concept they have of people. Once you are honest, you're saying the truth, and they don't want you to say the truth. So they will interpret it to mean you're saying all of those things so that you will get money. If you look at men that can't talk to get money, you think it be that blackmailer, like other bloggers then that are doing all kinds of things, so government officials favor them and get them money. Matilda Stevens said, teacher light, giving them help. Yes. Matthew Cholopole said, Bwaka is what? His dog faced the issue. Bwaka changes it to South issue. Mark Zuckerberg said teacher light can give them fire. Wonderlin Harold said Hayaka, we getting there. Victoria Ade said he will feel Abraham Weah anger tonight. And Stephen Yakade says JMB is one of teacher light followers, so this puppy can follow Kings. But you ain't no radio. You know how radio powerful. It's not the kind of people you just get anybody put it on radio. They stand up, watch it. You go to BBC, VOA, Al Jazeera. You ask them. You can have everything. People, they want people behind the microphone that command the audience, that the president say, but who that guy that is on 8 o'clock every night? You know how many times Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, Ellen's regime, she was concerned about certain radio stations and certain talk shows. She was about who that boy that on the air, he's saying this, he's saying that. That's how Ellen used to command most of the talk show hosts during her reign, and she will, you know what I mean? She was softening their tune because she did not like. One time Ellen came out, she made it public. She said, people, the thing you're saying on the radio, the way you're saying it will discourage investors coming to the country. You people are too hard, too critical. Yeah. Ellen was blunt. She ain't had it. Boakai was around as a VP. He heard it, that conference she had. She ended up begging. She said, my people are all your for I beg you. You're trying to say some things, so at least because when the people hear this kind of thing you're talking, it will discourage people from coming to the country, will not get investors, and the country will not be developed, or sharp tune. Yeah. So Boakai wants to say the city, but he embarrassed. Instead of saying, oh, look, gentlemen, we are all in this business. We need everybody. The country is this, even though we have one or two shortcomings, but at least we're making some significant strides. Radio stations, please, we expect that you people will preach what the government is doing, all the kind of thing that go. Look, President, you know how many times Ellen admitted her fault? Yeah. Within Ellen regime, we saw it. There were things that Ellen had to give into. She came publicly and said, oh, yes, I have to say it is what I need you. Because I'm the president for this country. I took oath. So I hold your foot. Some of the things you're putting out on the radio station, it really affecting the government. Ellen was blunt. Ellen kind of says and put on the radio, and how they call them face issue. No, not at all. Dorcas? Not easy. Your vessel. You don't get vest. Precious Dekaku said, we are indeed embarrassed with you because you can lie, steal, and destroy. Kuda Williams asking the president, she said, who told you that Zopena is from Maryland? Yeah, he said he's Maryland. Then he came to Magibi. That incident that Zopena talked about, that was not Maryland, it was not Magibi. But because when they were telling him, they told him the counterpart, when he came to the cabinet meeting, he forgot. So he was flipping between Magibi that has quota almost everywhere. Yeah. Dorcas Billy said the people that voted are truly embarrassed with you because you and the other government officials lied to them. All right. Thank you all. So let's go to the line, but let's remind you of the basket, the King Support basket. Please drop, especially we're going into the weekend. We need you to drop when we come back on Monday, at least let's have something in the basket. Let us not meet the basket empty. We're going into the weekend. We'll be off the air Monday, not Monday, but Saturday, Sunday, 2 days. So while we are off the air, you'll keep dropping in the basket. Monday, when we come back, at least let's see something in the basket, yeah? So 0-555-885-885. That's the same wave. The local mobile money 0-777-017-885. Keep dropping in the basket. The basket is deep and wide. It needs you. Yes. Let's go now. You want to go straight to the point. Don't beat around the bush. Don't explain history. So I can take as many of you as I can. When you stay long on the line, I'll cut you off and go to the next person. Hello.
Hello.
Yep.
Hello. Yeah,
good afternoon, Chief.
Yeah, my name is Morris.
Let's hear you, Morris.
Yeah, bro, thank you for the education. The thing you're talking about is functional and community. The money that you're talking about, it helped me go. But all of y'all so going to see now. That's what posting that on Instagram. Where you go for it? You Kiss FM, Freedom FM, Banana FM, Voice of Black. The thing is what we done. What I station we the come up with listen to you. According to the body you call it, say we come up people. The station we are listening to. So we see something. No one going to come to. But the touching the issue. They were not far. They also do it out to you. So whatsoever we beg you, people there. What they have been doing forever for TV 101. They shouldn't get there. We are common people, so at least they can work together for the better of the country. So I think because they don't forget it. All of the people ABO, what we kill, so break it off. The common people won't be letting you off. yes, you with your house don't go down well or good. So thank you for the education.
Good. Thank you too for coming on. Have a nice day. Let's go this way, the women. Hello.
Hello, Sandro.
Good afternoon.
Hello.
Yes, good afternoon. You are on the air.
This is my recording from Tuesday.
Let's hear you.
Andrew, I read on the committee that they have a who responsible. Which committee they are responsible to do it.
But, yeah, we call the committee that Fonatikova, the head of the committee. That he the head, Fonatikova, the former speaker.
Then besides that, now they get put as also information and
yeah, they get the information people there.
The information put not do well. I said it this morning, they not do well at all. Not because I'm talking with you. But let me tell you, St. Andrew, you're sacrificing your life. You're sacrificing your strength. The time you take to go after the laboratory for the wicked government. You will be resting and your family. You don't even spend more time with your people just because of this, because of the one job we have just because of the country. But anytime they ready that they will go down on your enough fun. They're not doing it good. They're having this money because some of us see how you are sacrificing. So talk alone, they're not smarting. Wake up in the morning, they're not smarting. Yeah, and your life. In the net, I can be worrying for you. Yeah, they shouldn't do that. They shouldn't do it that. This is where even if I knew the health committee, I'm married, they know me because the party headquarters now right behind my house. And they right behind the headquarters. I swear anytime they come, I'm going to go there and put it in their face. But I will not rest. I will not rest. Enough fun. Enough fun. Thank you for your minutes.
Thank you for calling too, Mama. Have a nice weekend. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Andrew?
Yes, sir.
Are you coming on, Chief?
I'm good. Oh, thank God for life. And you?
Yeah, bless God.
Amen.
I just want to say, who told you that Lagos, we're going to listen to April because we are in there? They can, I want to take a lesson. No, if you not tired of class, they turn to the radio. So no matter if you get everything, if you go blessing tonight, maybe today. All they are listening to the papel.
All right, Chief. Hello.
Good afternoon, Andrew.
Good afternoon.
It's our back calling for justice. Thank you very much, my brother, for the topic. For first of all, me apologize to you and tell you sorry for the committee that the posted up for the information to relay to and they not even become on your radio station, the platform to share with you. You're sorry for I beg you. You must get there our people there. And you're every day and then you're on the radio, risking your life, talking for us, we the common people for all in the country like we see here with peaceful and you're really still time they were nothing war, and they will scatter. But because you're the way you can talk to all and we see that they will peaceful, so you're sorry first. And secondly, Baka say doing well, say minister there. Say doing well, you will not tell him to go sit down. They will then when they wake up in the morning, they will order to report or beat the law for the second time, they're doing well. When they tell them I put on the street to protest, they will push all that up, they're doing well. When they realize they must touch up people in the jail, they're doing well. They're doing well. All the things when they say doing well, they continue doing well. And secondly, the bishop has spoke. The last I said, no, when any bishop that keeps silent for the nation here, until the process is finished, they must keep silent. They must not do anything. And Koto Brown, thank you very much. The Jeremiah never say Koto Brown must give a puppet a kind when a politician. They do that happen. When the party chairman in a politician, why you ready in chairman for the party in a politician? There's some your read in a party man in a government in a politician. All the political pastor there. Why supporting you as a politician? Lord, let me tell you, Jeremiah Pia continue, continue, but you will need help tomorrow. Let me tell you, the thing that you're doing, you need help. You got politician pastor behind you. They're ready to keep silent. They're in your who says yeah. You're never open your money in the country yet. So today, because you can't find you're feeling that silent, they shit and they pray. Then when your pastor talking, you see the ill in the community, or you see the ill in the society and talking, they got to be a copy account. But what unto the mafia, you will see the wrath of God for
Okay. Thank you. Hello.
Yeah, good evening, Samanju, and good evening to all the people of local country. Mr. Barker is the student. Samanju, my intention is to join to the CDC leadership, thereby a counselor above Jangako. What Jangako did is to give respect to our dynamic radio station. This is not how.
But that is not Jangako. That's not Jangako. Jangako is not the head of the committee. Jangako is not part of that committee. Jangako is not part of that committee. You saw Jangako name there.
I apologize to Jangako. Okay, the committee did it wrong to our dynamic radio station. So they need to have an apology to you guys. Well, Mr. Boakai, Mr. Boakai know that April Weah is one of the prolific journalists in this country. He said that he can lie, but when he comes on the radio, he doesn't lie. So that's why I trusted Mr. April Weah Allah teacher life. Because he made the fact, as a human, sometimes you can lie, logically speaking, you can lie, but sometimes some everywhere you go, it doesn't mean you should lie. That's the reason why I love this guy. So, Mr. Walker, you need to listen more to the truth and the nothing but the truth. So, thank you, Samanju.
Thank you too. Enjoy your weekend.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, Mr. Andrews.
Good afternoon.
Thank you, Mr. Andrew. I am Spence Ahmed, and I call for my Popo Kono, down Coast Spoon Hill, Western Community. Mr. Andrew, thank you very much. Mr. Andrew, I call to make an honest appeal to you, to talk to you and all of your men and garden men at Kings FN for what happened this morning as per the information dissemination. I want to use to publicly apologize to you because the one person you have to learn from your mistake. It was this little mistake that he gets us and criminals in power today. You say yes against us and it gets us to where we are today. So we want to use this time to tell you sideways and we urge our pastor, Mr. Jangako, please, this should not be repeated.
My man, your lead, Jangako ain't got nothing to do with that thing. Spencer Mohammed.
Thank you. That's why I called to apologize. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. You're missing everything. Jangako not on a committee. Jangako not there. You don't be putting there Jangako. The committee is headed by Councillor Fonati Kofa. That committee is made of different people in terms of their profession. Hey, KOK, that the communication man. So when you hear any announcement like on Kings FM, we get nothing. We'll not go to Facebook. We'll not go reduce ourselves that way. We'll not go on anybody's Facebook platform, take that announcement from there. You can't put it on Kings FM. No way. It can't happen. We can't do that. We can't reduce ourselves. If they bring it, say if they send it to our boss again, AB will bring it, AB will send it to us, then we'll take it from there. But we'll not go on anybody's Facebook page to take that announcement from there, then we'll bring it on the radio station. You know what we'll be doing to ourselves? We are professional people, man. People know that. You know what we'll be doing? So the next time they will just chunk anything around and say, oh, the people will take it from there. We can't do it, oh. We can't do it. So when you're not hearing the announcement that it's there, until they can bring it formally, maybe when they send it to AB will send it to us. Then we take it now, we put it in the real broadcast form, and we'll put it on the air. But we'll not go on anybody's Facebook page. Because when you take something from people's page, you got to give them the attribution that what our broadcast laws say. You can't go on somebody's page, you take the material from there, then you be presenting it like your own. No. So we can go on platform, say we'll go on Team A platform. Then we bring it. We got to say, according to all this was taken from on Team A platform. Because now we ain't get it. We took it from another person. So if we ain't say it that way, then it means we'll be stealing. We ain't get it. The one that we get are the one we announce. Hello. Let's go this way. Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mr. Sam Andrew.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm Peter the Castle. I call for Honor the Street Light in Lower Johnsonville. I thank you very much for the fascinating discussion. I think to Mr. Buak, I feel the issue cannot be at a blame for your decimal and your misfortune. That's why we consistently articulated to you that your information arm, the Ministry of Information, is associated with misinformation, disinformation, and they are grossly incompetent. So their messages will never resonate with the Liberian people. So the message of the say the issue is resonating with the Liberian people. Then why crowd woke? Look at the title of the show. Say the issue. They are not discussing personality as it is being done at the Ministry of Information. They discuss why the issue. That's the bad economy and the bad governance, police brutality, and the failure of you as a government and the head of government to effectively respond and to respond to the problem of the Liberian people. That will rise somewhere on a rising unemployment. You look at the unemployment, you say you will create jobs today. No job in the country. So when they face an issue like that, then it becomes a problem. Today you have imposed adjunct poverty on the Liberian people. When they face the issue like that, it become a problem for you, just like Buakai. You told us that when you come to power and the steam prices are going to drop today, steam prices are escalated. Then when they face the issue, discuss that, then it become a problem to you, just like Buakai. I think you need to elevate your thinking horizon. Face the issue is not a threat to you, and by your major threat is your gross incompetency and your ineptitude, and the procedures across every governmental institution. So you took power, every sector of the Liberian society are disintegrated.
All right, sir.
Look at the issue that you should really focus on, and rather than focusing on a particular talk show.
Thank you, Chief.
You have validated that, and you have also validated our argument. Thank you very much.
Have a nice weekend. Hello.
Hey, Andrew.
Yeah.
I think, brother.
Yeah, fine.
That on the line.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Thank you for the show, master.
Yeah, let's hear you.
So, thank you. What I want to say to the 50 people before I put on a committee. Don't play anything on a platform. Don't play nothing on a platform. Saying it. And they see nothing day to day point the best of it. Don't play on a platform. When they say the last election they did, they bring it back on again. Don't play nothing. And they bring it for CBC. They social is for private, the private station is for CBC. So this is the platform for play it. Then we spend a second to try to say, oh, you have to get back in the new year. I was struggling with talking. I want to show that say again. I won't here for it. Don't play nothing. Don't do it to you. You want to go to the pay for it. And not play that free. If they don't want to say, no, for us and more than you, you don't pay for themselves. They don't pay for it. You don't do it for us. You don't do it for them. You don't do it for them. You don't do it for the many people and for the country. Not for them. Go and do it for one day. That's what we do. Nothing they do for us yet. Nothing they do. So now enjoy that money that we are new year. So you just kind of help us to eat the process and I think block that again for what we see. Yeah, I'm not with my word here. That's very stupid. I will tell you. It's very stupid for what we see. What they get a thing by themselves. And when they first hold their laptop, we will not try again. And they want to see all behavior. I think they're children for what we see. They will not play nothing on kids and who will hear it. We will hear that the best player will play and will play there. Who will hear on any play on kids and here. But I'm stupid there. Yeah, stupid get to you. They will go to go here. And they work on them terrible. He's terrible and then I don't play the issue I see for it. So take
the military, that is easy. The military job or throwing talk are heavy.
The whole community that are ending you there. So tell us what you see and the truth. Maybe not you for the ADC. Now we're calling throwing jobs. I think we're throwing jobs at you. It won't be throwing jobs small boy. You want me to join that? What do you do? Can you say yourself? Hey, well, you got the man? What are you casting on the world? What are you saying? Oh, 30 years. Okay. And then he goes like, the life for you. The life and what are serious? Are you serious? Kind of you're believing that. But the life for you. What are the 5 years? Nothing. You are crying. So they are 3 for men. And they busy to the other yesterday. Tell them to pay. Because happy for us, why enjoy? Can I do? I got a fluff your ear go. The boy being more. Thank you, yeah.
Okay, great weekend. I wish you mine, CC. Hello.
Yeah, so how are you doing?
I'm fine, oh, thank God. And you?
Yeah, I'm okay. That's my car. You know, so boy guy is afraid to call AD name because when you call it a fire, we blaze it a marshal. They see where he is afraid to call George Weah leader, so that is when transfer now to AD Weah. He can call any. What issue do we have here? You know, but the truth is the truth. When we are discussing or face the issue, we are facing the issue that the country is faced with. And he has not come today again. You know, what can he just contradicting old man? How can he told us the last time that the Liberian people are struggling to get eating a full sugar and flour? I say happening is if his ministers and the officials have performing. How can we get a full? Well, how can they can stabilize the market? And this is how sometimes we ask whether the president can really be in his right mind sometimes when you engage in the kind of issue. And this is why it was supposed to be at this time to be taking care of grandchildren, because sometimes the issue that he can come with to the public, it can just be shameful and disgraceful, and he even struggling, very much struggling. So the president returned from Japan, and we said it like, in fact, you said it the last time, that all the running around, that he dedicating project, this and that, he's going to break down again, and that happened. He just struggling. I don't know whether they are going to the genre or something. I don't know how you're going to manage that, because he's really struggling. And today's there are police issue. Look, you will see more of these things happening. I think it was Charles Senator around Clarita, the same police issue. There was a guy that put gas on the police officer and the letter fire on him because of the sea harassment. You can't keep harassing the citizens. Those guys will chase the people. Even if they enter your house, they will enter there to take the market and they could bring it outside. You go join a whole 7 men one place. You can also go men somewhere. Who are you that you will come to take things from the point and carry it? I we enjoy, you know. We were big days. That has a law. That was the one they say they don't want to accept our tendency and so we can work together. That is how we will do it. Look, citizen, that keep kind. Sir told us he placed his score, and KOK was not in the 2023 election. He is a media arm. He has said they are working on this. Let us wait and see so that they can do that working on it and be able to follow it here so that they can display it. You don't keep our kind. We should not come here and say something that will not be okay for all of us, because a lot of people are waiting for to jump on anything. So as long as he has said they are working on it, let's wait and see what comes up next week so that we can be able to see the program appear here on the radio station, because we also listen here and listen to others. So when you come here, it will be okay for all of us so that we'll know what to do. Thank you.
Good. Great weekend. Wish you, Mr. Carr. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, baby. Now my busy.
Yeah, let's hear you, my busy.
Yeah, now my last boy coming. See that the day will do tomorrow fat money. What I will say the back all the travel will find it. That way, baby. So you can win it.
The boy can follow AB in the now. My busy, they can follow the man in the now. All of them.
They said the man can listen to the radio. Now who tell you now?
That they don't want to the man. They say that boy giving all hard out when he get on that radio station in the net. That's not smart thing he can do.
If you get a hard time, see they get a hard time. They pay our body photo as a citizen. We not foreigner. We are a citizen. You not foreigner. If you get a hard time and nothing they get you will be. Hey, say can they see all the time I report there. They try why travel. They can't say person. I report why friend. You don't get citizen. That report why friend. issue. That is breaking talking there. That's the basket I bring. Thank you.
All right, my busy. Enjoy your weekend, yeah?
I enjoy it.
Okay, bye-bye. Yeah.
But the time I tell you yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh, about your phone, eh?
Yeah, they get go to school Monday.
Oh, she going to school Monday, so she will carry the phone.
So I like getting new. I will listen to you, but I will not call.
Oh, okay.
I see something.
So we'll see what we can do on Monday. Yeah, right now we almost finished with the show. So we'll see what we can ask. We can ask some citizens to help you. Yeah, to get something on the phone. Yeah.
I thought what you have today morning. You say let's see next week.
Oh, okay. Don't worry. But we are here. We'll do it. Don't worry. You know that your son. Forget it. From Seligbe, you will get smartphone.
Yeah. I want to go internet.
Yeah. So don't worry. One boy we are here tell you next week. Yeah. Don't worry. Next week you will get new phone. Yeah.
I want to go also tell me that broadcast for Baka.
Okay. All right. All right, my busy. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, my name is Joseph Kesina Jr. and I do join from this man.
Yeah, let's hear you, Joseph.
Yeah, it's so frustrating. I just came from town and I was on Macklin Street going down the hill towards the waterside end. And I was standing, from starting some business, and then one of the city police guys came, a girl was standing across the road, not even on the street. They made ran behind the girl and then check her things from her. I got so annoyed. Look, if that girl was going to be my sister, I was going to beat that police officer. I was really going to beat him and bloody him. Seriously. There had just been somebody who was selling down waterside. Look, you're going to face a problem with me because this is very frustrating. These guys are really stealing. They will leave the street and then enter into the stores, chasing people between the horses, between the stores, taking people things from them. This is very, very bad. These are rows. They just stop there and then put it into police uniforms, going behind the street vendors, taking our markets and then putting it into police pickers. This is very bad. They got to be very, very careful or else we'll start to chase them. Thank you.
Hello.
Good afternoon, Mr. Andy.
Good afternoon.
I'm taking great call from home. Yeah, to the issue of Joseph Baka. You know what I want to say, Mr. Andrew? Can't go Baka can listen to AB. Can't go, you can listen to Man City. I know to neg you listen to what AB will say. To say that AB not more in the country. Baka know you all you know. I want to more for AB. It says to everybody, says the issue show that I can be on everything. I know you will listen to Man City again. And Man City, when you hear it, then you can listen, you'll get more to left. That's why you can listen to you.
Thank you. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah.
How are you?
Great. And you?
You?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, well, it's 15 according from Battery, by the way, I'm digital and everything. The power in la banque pour moi. Un road, a frère for road to see for me. Like, see, way. Back on it, before they came to power, they do all kind of lying. And the lying there, so that.
Your line breaking, Chief. Yeah, okay, I think I got you. Your line is breaking. Yeah, it's cracking. Bad off. Hello. You are on the air, Chief.
Yeah, hello. Hello.
Yes, you are on the air.
Yeah, Mr. St. Andrew. How are you?
Fine. And you?
Okay, I listen to your platform.
Yeah. These people today, the person who called Giselle Nibambwaka, they just came into power to play with our resources. It means nothing. It means nothing. Yeah, you go ahead with what he's doing. But God watching over all of them that he appointed well, or they are librarians or they are not librarians.
All right.
So thank you for you following me next time.
Thank you too for exercising your citizenship. You're right. Thank you. All right. My Bessie, Sylvester is asking for your mobile money number. He wants to contribute towards your phone. So, my Bessie, you can call and then give your mobile money number. So send it to Sylvester, or you just call it. He will hear it, and then you can get a phone. He wants to help you. He wants to help. Sylvester wants to help. He has asked, he said, what's the old man mobile money? I would send her a small thing for her phone. Yeah, her mobile money. So my Bessie, Sylvester wants to help you with something so that you can go towards the phone. So you want to give your mobile money number, my Bessie, your mobile money number. Yeah?
People are always embarrassed that you do what they didn't do, so you can't blame them for that. But our obligation is to the people, to serve the people of Liberia. That's why you called to do. Otherwise, you would have been doing something else somewhere. But you did it because you feel that we need to rescue this country. I'm not shying away from saying that it is a true rescue. People in Liberia will believe it. I see some videos. I'm not on the Facebook, but I see people. The one that moved me this one was a lady in the rain running from one place to the other. I think it might have been people where they're connecting people with water, and she's showing how the water going. Don't worry about that. That's what you took to do, and that's what you're doing. And I saw Joe Penner. I think he was in the middle. I mean, he was in the tapeta. He said, "This is rain time. Tell me I wore my white suit and my white car, no dust." So let them say you do your work. God will judge you. The Liberian people will know who is here to serve them. But I want to thank you all. Today, you've been listening on the radio, some of the, I don't know whether I call them soft issues. Our society has been taken over by, you've been listening on the radio, some of the, I don't know whether I call them soft issues. Our society has been taken over. You've been listening on the radio, some of the, I don't know whether I call them soft issues. Our society has been taken over by people under whose control we are. They know how to manipulate prices. They know what to do, hitting inflation. They have their agenda to make money. Or today, you've been listening on the radio, some of the, I don't know whether I call them soft issues. Our society has been taken over by people under whose control we are. They know how to manipulate prices. They know what to do, hitting inflation. They have their agenda to make money.
Hello? Hello? Yeah.
I'm not calling you.
Yeah, let's hear you.
Yeah, and the so-called president of the afternoon, I lose confidence in the party. Because get in mind, he said he nobody, the minister of the West, they're doing the best, well, everybody know they're doing the West, so they're not doing the West. What are you so?
Your line cracking, man, Beno. Hello? My best say you gotta call and get your mobile money number.
Okay, that's all my friends.
Oh, okay, that you now?
Yeah, that is.
So you have to Give your mobile money number. Sylvester wants to help you.
Yeah. That our number be that mobile money.
The one you call it.
I'm a call number.
No, when you call it, I will not get it because the phone's ringing. Other numbers coming over it. So I will not get it.
Okay.
So your number?
Yeah.
That your number, that your mobile money number?
Yeah, that be my mobile can go.
Oh no, your number you calling on. The number you can call on, that your mobile money number.
Yeah.
But they will not get it now, so how you do it now? Okay, call him.
077.
777
35.
35
39.
39
42.
22 35 35 39 22.
42. 42.
Oh, 42.
Yeah.
42 42 35 39 42.
Yeah.
That is, eh?
Thank you.
All right, me get to Sylvester, yeah?
Yeah.
So what the name? What the name on the mobile money number?
Yeah, that's it.
Eh?
That's it.
Bessie, you gotta spell that Bessie because that money bidding when you put different number there, name it will go to different person. Yeah, don't worry, take your time.
Yeah. Yeah, like BESSRC. That's it.
Oh, BESSIE, Bessie.
Yeah, cheers.
I spell it cheer.
CHEA.
Okay, that is on the mobile money number, eh?
Yeah.
All right. So let me send it to Sylvester now, yeah? All right. Hello? Yep.
Huh?
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm fine, Chief. I'm fine, just as you are.
Yeah, my name is Francis. I'm calling from Baggy Factory.
Yeah, let's hear you.
Yeah, what you discussing about Waka listening to AB in the net? You know, I'll just say your problem. I'll say road a friend for road, a friend road to see for them. It just seems. Now, the king, before they came to power, they throw all type of lies. They are fair for people to critique them. So you see, so if you listen to that truth, he's saying that calling AB showed me with frustration. They know where the frustration comes from. So when they go, the boat, they take picture go all over the running water, and they go to it, they come back. Even cup of water, they get bring it home. And the frustration part there can be on it. See, all Abona, even the people that brought the power, I think they get there against them. You see it? And for the CDC people are baking. They say the halls are different. They now go your piece, no official what they point for the media. You have to go back and stop happening. Because 2029, nobody wants Britain suffering again. And only CDC can keep them rolling out. Because if we get a chance, they come back and forget it. Labro Umpa, I think the economy of English, banana, I think it will be beyond, it will be burning. So I beg you to go solve our problem in horse. Thank you.
Hello.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hello?
You are on the air, madam.
Yeah. I'm just not so calling from New York and for Quebec community. Yeah, I've been set to call it. No matter I call, I can't get it. Thank you for the topic. I want to say sorry for what happened in the camp there. You're sorry, you're wasting your life for all. Every time you can be telling all what unfolding in the country. But at least thank God, I got you today. I got Teacher Larry the other day. I can be fighting to get on the line. Uncle Sam, thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you too for spicing up the show. Hello. Hello. Yeah, let's hear you.
Yeah, I call people.
Change
My
your
name is Rebecca.
Yeah, let's go, Rebecca.
Yeah, the police people, they see what you do to my son, they see this. Somebody carry police people to my son area for them to go as the way they put the pepper spray on the ball, they put their hand in the pocket, they take the money from there. Yeah, they brought whole rain money. Why is it supposed to be one more? Take it from there. Then when they go now to the devil now, they run away. They bother see them. So that brother, you say you can't rescue that age there. So the pepper spray there in their hand. So people in the on the children, then when they see them, they put it on their face, they take that money from there. Huh? I think that happened to us. That thing made it yesterday for our honor the ring. Our honor the ring crying yesterday, our cry in Ominga that we have that water green. The people that no money in the country. So that brother, you still roll your daughter die your other baby. Thank you, Papa.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, well, Sylvester, I sent my Bessie number and the name attached to the mobile money number. So Sylvester is there. You can take it off the screen. Okay, so you did well. Yeah, your spice of the show. I appreciate everything. Thank you so much. But we keep reminding you the skin support basket. The number 0555-885-885, the local mobile money number 0777-017-885. Keep dropping. Keep dropping. Keep dropping. Yes. Yeah. As we go into the weekend. So whether they like it or not, celebration is determined by the people who have the occasion. We know that we live in a culture or Liberia that is divided between Unity Party and CDC. When you are Unity Party person, supporter of the government, you are against everything George Weah associated with George Weah CDC. Likewise, CDC people too. Anything and everything associated with Bwaga, the government, they are against it. I can never ever tell you people not to be against. When somebody is against you, prepare to be against. Because if you leave yourself vulnerable, they finish with you. The 40 military hospital celebrates its 4th anniversary. The people were there to celebrate. None of the Unity Party people show up because it is Weah's project. Unity Party and Joseph Yimambwaka would never ever, as per their vow, identify with anything George Weah. But the military hospital is at the service of the people. So they celebrated today their 4th anniversary. We are excited. We thank God that Liberia has a military hospital. 12 years, Ellen and Bwaga being in this country, not a single structure they can point to. At least George Weah did what he could, and George Weah's development has gone down in the history of Liberia as unprecedented, meaning unusual. What the country has never ever had a dream about, George Weah brought it. All of the presidents of this country, from Joseph Jenkins Roberts to Joseph Yimambwaka, from J to J, nothing. Weah, the native, did unprecedented development. At least the country can boast of a modern hospital for the military. Nigeria has military hospital, Sierra Leone has military hospital, Guinea has military hospital, and we can crisscross Africa. At least when they are referencing countries from the African continent with military hospital, Liberia will be in that number. Would not be a plus for anybody but the country. So we say congratulations on your 4th anniversary. The authorities of the 14 military hospital constructed by George Weah, former president of Liberia. Even though they said Weah did nothing, he messed the country up, but they would not admit that 12 years Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and Joseph Yema Boakai messed the country up. They would not admit that Weah did not inherit structures. Weah did not inherit bridges. Weah did not inherit anything modern. To say Weah messed the country up is to say he inherited unprecedented developments and he messed them up. What did Ellen and Boakai leave? What did they construct? What did they do? To say that of your predecessor is to look back over your own life politically and say, we're criticizing this George Weah man, but what did this man inherit from us? And that is why Unity Party people cannot reference. What did George Weah inherit from Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and Joseph Yema Boakai? Can anybody in this country point to anything structural of Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and Joseph Yema Boakai 12 years reign? The logic is, if your argument that this man messed the country up, it means that he inherited unprecedented development and his misrule or bad governance messed up everything. He inherited nothing. Nothing absolutely he inherited. Did not inherit any development from Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and Joseph Yema Boakai. Why Joseph Yema Boakai can point to things that they did? Because they are so hateful of George Weah, they are ashamed, they are envious, and so they preach this empty politics called Weah did nothing. They said they met the economy in the Sept 10. Today, they are unable. Shamelessly, their senator is saying it is in the Sept 10 with cement. When they sit down, they're sitting at the legislature, taking unto themselves thousands of United States dollars. They are enriching themselves, building houses unto themselves. They are still saying this economy is in the Sept 10. The economy is in the Sept 10. But none of Joseph Yema Boakai economists know how to get it out. Saying that the economy is in the Sept 10 still going into 2 years is to say the rescue is brain drain. Rescue does not have any professional, sound-minded economists to get it out. Do you know that they just try to play on you? They know that they don't make sense. Look at the economy today, where it is. It is not thriving. What president, what sound president will look at a man he appointed based on his qualification, take away a vital component of the economy from him and give it to a mere businessman, Vice President Jeremiah Kuhn? What that tells you? Since God created the world, that has never happened as far as we are concerned historically. No president has ever done that. To take a vital responsibility, the bedrock, the foundation of the economy, and give it to his vice president, meaning the finance minister is unqualified, to the extent that Gaffar now has become a nominal finance minister. What is he doing? Running from radio station to radio station. More celebrity finance minister than professional finance minister, because that's what Boga turned him into. Boga has turned him into. He running from radio stations to radio station. He getting on all the platform explaining when nothing extra is happening practically. Just giving the people rhetoric, long explanations, hope. Yeah, Lone Star there. The Minister of Youth and Sports, Councillor Ko Bangaloo. The first match that Lone Star was going to play, they said they rescued the national team. Lone Star went to play. They won that game. Not a strong team, but one of those community teams. The minister stood alongside Joseph Yuma Boakai in the executive mansion and said, Mr. President, we rescue the national team. You told us, I told you, just as you instructed us, I can report back to you that the national team has won this game. The national team now has gone to another level. It will not be defeated. Beyond that, Lone Star, yesterday, they were beaten 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. Before then, they say, oh, the government was not putting forth money for the team to travel. The team did not have money. Lone Star under Joseph Yuma Boakai and Unity Party experiencing the same thing, no money. Last minute time, they have to look for a few dollars and give it. The dividend of those few dollars they gave the national team. That's why we have today 3-0. 3-0. The national team under rescue is complaining. But yesterday they said Weah messed the country up. Weah, who played professional football to the peak. Under his reign, Lone Star was nothing. Granted, he's off. Lone Star rescue. Lone Star has gone down more than. Lone Star was playing yesterday. Nobody knew that their country national team was playing. And the team is awful. The team is bad off. The team is just disorganized. That national team needs to be dissolved and back on a rejuvenation between 2 to 3 years. That national team cannot even beat our community team. I defy and challenge Lone Star. Lone Star can never, ever be our community team. Lone Star staying in front of us, we're getting 5 to 6. First half 3, second half 3. And telling your goal. That team is dull. Unity Party, Lone Star is dull. Look at the goals the guys score. The guys were playing fun. Tunisia is a household name in African football, with great players around the world playing for different European clubs. And the people never take their football for a joke. They have standard. Their league is of standard. They have produced great players over the years. Now, baby, I'm picking team. Go stay disorganized people. They know the left and right. It's just running all around the place. Tunisia say about the thing here, that practice session. Out of respect, let's just practice with the people. That game shall enter 6, 7, or 8. Look at how the guy took his time to score a free kick. The man say, he told a man, he said going inside. The man gave him thumbs up. And truly, the ball went straight inside. 5 minutes to go. With 5 minutes extra time, they had just a minute to go. The free kick was awarded. The guy put it straight in the net. Just like Lionel Messi. He reminded me of Lionel Messi, the world's greatest player to ever walk the face of the earth. So what happened now? Everything that you rescue, no advancement. You rescue Lone Star going out. By now, we should be saying, yes, Lone Star is rescued. The team is competitive. But there isn't any difference. Until you stop being hateful, God can open way for you to advance. And He giving you a hard time, and you confess now. And you've been hiding it. You can blast, Boaka can blast Punto. Stanton, that Unity Party man. Stanton, all the time he made it clear on his show. He blasts Unity Party when he sees certain things going wrong. But all along, he would say that he supports Joseph Yeman Boaka. I support the president. I support the president. He can't. Boaka will not come and blast Stanton. Stanton does not have faced the issues. That A.B. Weah has faced the issues. That A.B. Weah can come with the issues. Yeah. And it touched their ministers. Do not all. So they took it to Boaka. Boaka carry. And listen, we're concluding this way. That's how I thought to end. Listen, that's why we said, y'all do what y'all can do. Now, Boaka has Abraham Weah on his decks. His ministers carry Abraham Gosson Weah to Boaka. Boaka say they get on the radio and they call face Weah for money and all kinds of things. And what the man said? So I told you the last time when they broke CDC headquarters down. God work with signs. God does nothing without signs. Never. God has never done a single act without a sign. Sign is the core character of God. Every time He ready to do something, He shows the sign. And He passed that instruction on to us to use it with wisdom. Meaning, when you see this thing happening, it is giving birth to another. When they broke CDC headquarters down, I told you that the next place that Unity Party, Joseph Yeman Boaka, and the government coming, that Kings FM. And today, in his cabinet meeting, he said they can get on the radio. They go, I don't know why, why they manipulate all kinds of things that you're saying. You know what they have discussed about? And you know how many times before today they discussed Kings FM? They discussed A.B. Weah. A.B. himself has admitted it on the show. You know how many times? You know that Boaka is fed up. It's like, oh, look, Chief, there's A.B. Weah man. The man is the thorn in our flesh. The other radio stations, they are soft. But he thinks he is the mean by man against us. We have to do something. It would not be a surprise one day when you're here, the government or information minister say, oh, King's FN days, King FN died, and all the kind of thing. I just say, our small understanding of the Bible that we can read. Me, I know God. He never worked without sign. God can show you when something happened, it giving rise to another thing. So you got to be careful. That means be on the alert. Be on the alert. I see you. Thank you all for the support, but please keep dropping in the basket here. We're going into the weekend. Yeah. Thank you. There are all the people then who can think about us. At least they can say our soft drink. Yeah. Thank you. We inspire and motivate us. All of you people. Yeah. You can think about all you're saying $5, $10 for the bar or soft drink. We appreciate all of that. Thank you so much. But you keep dropping in the basket, yeah? 0-555-885-885. That's the same with the local mobile money, 0-777-017-885. The news is on at 6 o'clock. And then at 6:50, Isaka Sharif is here with CDC Hour. And then at 8 o'clock, I need not say, you know what's up. The doctor himself is in. Yes, he's in. The doctor will be in today. He's in. The only teacher of the line, Anthony at law, A.B. Weah. If God permits, we're back next week, Monday.